Proptosis. We will start from proptosis, then we will differentiate between orbital cellulitis and preseptal cellulitis. What is proptosis? Proptosis means forward displacement of the eyeball. Forward displacement of the eyeball. One should know to differentiate it from exophthalmos. Exophthalmos means the same forward displacement of the eyeball, but due to the thyroid abnormality. If it is associated with thyroid abnormality, that is known as exophthalmos. Now proptosis. For the proptosis, we will start it with the cause of the proptosis. It could be either unilateral cause, bilateral cause, and a very specific type of proptosis, that is pulsatile type of proptosis is also seen sometimes. So how to remember all the unilateral cause of the proptosis? You have to remember a mnemonics, that is CT के victim, CT, look, CT के victim. Where are they all found? They all are found sitting in the bed. So this will be for the bilateral, sitting on bed. All the CT victim. means CT के victim आपके unilateral हो गए और bilateral के cause are sit on the bed. What does C mean? C means congenital cause, trauma, or it can be vascular cause. And what are those causes we will study? Inflammation. Other is cyst formation. Trauma के बाद में tumor. And the other is mucocele. And congenital deformity कैसा? जैसे dermoid cyst हो गया, वो क्या करेगा कि forward displace कर देगा. Dermoid cyst. And the other could be orbital teratoma, and trauma तो आप जान ही रहे हैं, trauma के कारण भी unilateral trauma होगा तो unilateral. Vascular disease में what could be those vascular? That could be angioneurotic edema. And किस चीज का inflammation? तो inflammatory like orbital cellulitis, which we are cellulitis हो जाता है, या thrombophlebitis हो गया. These all can cause unilateral. Now cyst, what type of cyst? That could be hematic cyst or parasitic cyst. Blood related cyst or parasite. Blood vessel में जो blood vessel related जितने hematic cyst हो गए. Tumor, जैसे कि अंदर ट्यूमर हो गया हो, ब्लास्टोमा हो गया, चाहे कोई भी ट्यूमर हो गया, that can cause unilateral proptosis. Mucocele, यानी पैरानाजल साइनस का म्यूकोसील हो गया. देखिए बाइलेटरल में आ जाइए. बाइलेटरल में एस इज फॉर द सिस्टेमिक डिजीज. सिस्टेमिक डिजीज में क्या आते हैं? एंड देन आई इज फॉर अगेन इन्फ्लामेटरी. दिस विल बी ट्रॉमा से भी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट ट्यूमर हो गया. और आपका बी से जो आता है, बी से बोन रिलेटेड डिजीज, जैसे क्रिकेट हो गया, ऑस्टियोमाइलाइटिस हो गया, इंडोक्राइन प्रॉब्लम. एंड द डी इज द डेवलपमेंटल एबनॉर्मेलिटी. सो सिस्टेमिक डिजीज में क्या आता है? सिस्टेमिक डिजीज अंदर हिस्टियोसाइटोसिस, एमाइलोइडोसिस हो गया, देन हिस्टियोसाइटोसिस हो गया, then inflammation. What type of inflammation? That could be Mikulicz syndrome. This is very specific. Mikulicz syndrome. And what type of tumor? Look, any blood related tumor will involve both sides of the eyeball equally, so bilateral ptosis will be blood tumor, like lymphoma, leukemia, this type of. Bone disorder में ricket हो गया, osteomyelitis हो गया, acromegaly हो गया, osteomyelitis, this endocrine, thyroid problem, thyroid abnormality से, जिसमें कि hyperthyroidism is the most common. And उसके बाद hypo और euthyroid can also cause proptosis. That is known as exophthalmos. You should know to differentiate it. So now last one is the developmental, that is oxycephalon. And some of the pulsatile type of proptosis you should remember. Pulsatile. What are those pulsatile? Look, fistula is between cortico and cavernous. If there is fistula between cortico and cavernous sinus, कैवर्नस साइनस के बीच में कॉर्टिको कैवर्नस साइनस फिस्टुला इज देयर, देयर इज सेकुलर एन्यूरिज्म, these are pulsatile proptosis। सेकुलर एन्यूरिज्म हो गया, चाहे आपका म्यूकोसील है, congenital mucocele also presents with pulsatile, congenital mucocele। So this is all for the proptosis। And how will you know that a person is suffering from proptosis? You have Hortel's exophthalmometer, in which the corneal pieces are viewed in the mirror and the amount of the protrusion of the globe are read from the scale. That Hortel exophthalmometer is a scale which helps to measure the amount of the proptosis। And usually what is the normal level, normal range of that elevation? Normally it is 10 to 21 mm, but more than 21 mm in the Hortel's exophthalmometer is regarded as proptosis। So this is all for the proptosis case। And you also need to examine conjunctiva cornea during examining for proptosis। Now we will differentiate between orbital cellulitis and preseptal cellulitis। What is the main difference between orbital cellulitis? Involves the infection of the soft tissue of the orbit behind the orbital septum, मतलब कि orbital septum के पीछे वाले स्ट्रक्चर को इन्वॉल्व करेगा। लेकिन प्रीसेप्टल सेलुलाइटिस जो है प्रीसेप्टल एंड ऑर्बिटल, ऑर्बिटल मीन्स बिहाइंड द प्रीसेप्टल सेलुलाइटिस सेप्टम, बट प्रीसेप्टम मीन्स प्रीसेप्टल नाम में ही है, it is anterior to the orbital septum cellulitis। Okay, now coming to the positive organism, usually the positive organism is PAPI। You will see this in everywhere in the eye, and that is aureus, pyogen, influenza and pneumococci, sorry pneumonia, streptococcus pneumoniae, staph aureus, streph and streptococcus pyogen and haemophilus influenza। These are the cause for both। And the definitive difference you have saw, that is ये जो septal septum होता है इसके behind, but this is anterior to the septum। So now coming to the you have knew the cause। Now how this organism reaches that region? That could be either exogenous region, exogenous route। exogenous का मतलब during injury or trauma they can penetrate into eye, okay, and surrounding in neighboring structure से भी जा सकता है। नाइबरिंग इन्फेक्शन हुआ है, देखिए जैसे कि अगल बगल में जैसे आईलिड हो गया, लेक्राइमल ग्लैंड हो गया, उसका नाइबरिंग इन्फेक्शन से भी ये जा सकता है। और तीसरा जो है दैट इज इंडोजीनस। इंडोजीनस रूट मतलब कि डिस्टेंट ऑर्गन, जैसे सेप्टिसेमिया लेके आए हैं। सेप्टिसेमिया मतलब कि ब्लड में इन्फेक्शन है तो सेप्टम में जा सकता है। एंड देन other could be from breast also it spreads। So these were the three routes for the spread of the infection। Now coming to how will they present if they are suffering from orbital cellulitis, how will they present? Their presentation will be usually swelling, severe pain in the, you will see usually eyelid का symptom and then conjunctiva का symptom और आईबॉल का मूवमेंट में प्रॉब्लम, आईलिड में कंजेशन, आईलिड में इरिथमा, आईलिड में इन्फ्लेमेटरी रिएक्शन, कंजंक्टिवा में कंजेशन, कंजंक्टिवा में इन्फेक्शन, कंजंक्टिवा में इन्फ्लेमेटरी रिएक्शन। सो एंड नाउ मूवमेंट, ocular movement is retarded, ocular movement is restricted, ocular movement is compromised। मतलब कि ये तीन स्ट्रक्चर इज वेरी हाईली involved in the orbital cellulitis। okay, and eyelid में आप समझ गए, there will be swelling in the eyelid and there will be discharge in the eyelid, discharge, swelling, erythema, these are the eyelid feature। now how do they progress? So you should know the progression of the orbital cellulitis, what are the stages for the orbital cellulitis। look, they starts with the preseptal edema। सबसे पहले edema in the preseptum region। then how do they proceed? They undergoes proptosis। प्रोप्टोसिस होता है और प्लस ऑर्बिटल एडिमा. And then how do they progress? After that the infection goes beyond the bone, that is subperiosteal abscess बनाएगा, subperiosteal abscess. And after that there will be intraorbital abscess, मतलब कि जो abscess the infection is going outward beyond the eyeball, and that is intraorbital abscess. And at last they will reach the cavernous sinus and causes cavernous sinus thrombosis. Cavernous sinus thrombosis. This was the stage. And now coming to the diagnosis and investigation. Look, how will you diagnose this? It is usually clinical diagnosis. You can easily see the feature of in the eyelid conjunctiva and movement is restricted. For that you will send for culture, staining, and find out the organism behind the cause. So culture, staining किया जाएगा, and the other could be X-ray for PNS, X-ray. Okay, X-ray कर लिए, CT, orbital ultrasonography, USCB, but definitive you know that because it is infectious you will go for culture and staining, and CT scan, MRI to rule out other disease. CT, MRI you will proceed, and then for the treatment modality you should know that you should immediately hospitalize the patient and give IV antibiotic. IV antibiotic is now given along with the vital monitoring continuously. And usually visual acuity, papillary reaction and brightness sensitivity is checked continuously 4 hourly. The visual acuity, pupillary reaction and brightness sensitivity जो है ना that is checked every 4 hourly, and the patient is given antibiotic according to the cause. Suppose that it is a Staph aureus infection, then what you will give? You should know that the Staph aureus is treated with oxacillin, and alternative drug for oxacillin could be cefotaxime or ciprofloxacin. And other symptomatic treatment like for pain you will give NSAIDs, and tropical antibiotic is also included. Tropical and systemic both are given. Nasal decongestant drops, surgical intervention sometimes you need to do in abscess conditions. Now pre-septal is exactly similar figure for septal cellulitis, but you should know that the anterior to the septum infection होता है, and then all the feature के spread भी वैसे ही होगा, clinical feature भी similar ही लेके आते हैं, and it is little milder form of septal orbital cellulitis. Okay, and usually the treatment modality also is same. Look, but the orbit is not involved in the preseptal cellulitis, so you should know this. Now coming to the last portion, that is Graves ophthalmopathy, that is also known as endocrine exophthalmos or malignant exophthalmos. थायराइड रिलेटेड आई डिजीज भी इसी को कहते हैं, ग्रेव्स ऑप्थेल्मोपैथी को. और इसमें जो 3 फीचर हैं ये याद होना चाहिए, ग्रेव्स आई डिजीज और ऑप्थेल्मोपैथी. दिस इज ऑल्सो नोन एज थायराइड रिलेटेड आई डिजीज और मैलिग्नेंट एक्सोप्थेल्मस, एंडोक्राइन एक्सोप्थेल्मस इसी को कहते हैं. सो 3 फीचर, व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन? इट usually denotes typical ocular changes which includes, look, this is equal to lid retraction, lid retract हो गया है, retraction. Okay, plus other is the lid lagging is seen there along with proptosis. So this 3 feature is known as Graves ophthalmopathy. And who are at risk for Graves ophthalmopathy? Female have more risk. Who are at risk? Usually female, middle age patient, smokers, or autoimmune thyroid disease, who have autoimmune thyroid disease. Okay, and HLA-DR type का एसोसिएशन HLA-DR3 से एसोसिएटेड है. देखिए होता क्या है, इसका पैथोजेनेसिस अगर आप देखें तो यूजुअली there is auto antibody जो है that is against the fibroblast cell of the orbital fibroblast, and along with that it is also against the thyroid follicular cell. थायराइड follicular cell के साथ में this auto antibody also acts against the orbital fibroblast, जो कि अब क्या करेगा कि फाइब्रस लेयर को खूब प्रोलिफरेट कराएगा along with adipocytes also gets antibody action, and what does they do? They starts uncontrolled proliferation. As a result the adipogenesis and fibroblast proliferation increases, and sign and symptoms like lead retraction, lead lag, and proptosis is seen. So what will be the signs? The साइन कैसे याद किया जाए इसका? देखिए सबसे पहले अब आपका आंख समझिए कि the eyeball is very big and it is showing proptosis, means it is obvious that the lead will move upward, that is lead retraction, and there will be lead lag in the lower eyelid. So it will be difficult to, this is eyelid symptoms. eyelid में क्या दिक्कत हो रहा है? देखिए it will be difficult to blinking में problem, eversion में problem, eyelid will be difficult to evert, then other feature will be there will be lead lag and lead retraction, तो उसके definitive में भी हो गए. And then because the eyeball is not closing according to the not closing properly, so there it will be exposed to the outer environment. As a result the conjunctiva and cornea will undergo inflammation and erythema, hyperemia, congestion होने लगेगा, congestion, erythema and inflammatory reaction can be seen, and cornea में जो होता है तो exposure keratitis का chance होगा. Now how will you classify this Graves' disease? So there is a very famous mnemonic, Mospeck, MOS. I will write like this: MOSPEC, Mospeck. What does this mean? This is grade 1, grade 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is divided into 6 grade. Grade 0 means there is no sign and symptoms, but in grade 1 the sign there is no sign but symptoms appear. And what type of symptoms? Sorry, there is only sign present. O means only sign. And what type of sign? That is lead lag and lead retraction. Lag and retraction is present. Look, now here sign and symptoms both present. Sign plus symptom both present. Sign means what? This S represents soft tissue involvement, and when the soft tissue are involved, then sign and symptoms both will present. Sign plus symptoms. And what type of symptom they will present? Usually lacrimation, photophobia, and conjunctival swelling. These are the signs: lacrimation, photophobia, and along with sign we saw that the lead retraction, proptosis, and that was. And P, what does P represent? Mospeck. Mospeck में के P जो है that is proptosis is well developed. Okay, proptosis हो गया. E means extraocular muscle का जो movement होता है that is restricted. And then C means cornea. Cornea में exposure keratitis होने का chance अब शुरू हो गया. Exposure keratitis दिखता है. And there will be sight loss, means SIGST, S for sight loss is seen in the Graves' disease. And this was the all the clinical feature along with the staging. And how will you manage this patient? This management is very specific. You should know this. It is not just giving anti-thyroid medication. Look, the management is, first of all we need to investigate for the thyroid thyroid level, means you will thyroid function, undergo thyroid function test, you will find out the IOP level and ultrasound and CT MRI for the other disease. And now coming to the treatment modality includes, first of all, the first of all, non-surgical or general treatment modality that includes for this patient means if he is a smoker then reduce smoking or leave smoking, head elevation at the night, general में head elevation हो गया, and then artificial tear drop is provided, eyelid tapping is done, eyelid tapping. So these are the general. Guanethidine eye drop is given, guanethidine, and prism to elevate diplopia है, अगर diplopia के पेशेंट में prism is prescribed for diplopia patient. And what the definitive treatment is surgical modality, and what is the surgical modality, that is decompression. Look, decompression modality जो है, decompression of the eyeball is done. That could be either 2-wall decompression, 4-wall decompression, and 2-wall or 4-wall decompression is done there. Extraocular muscle का भी सर्जरी करना पड़ जाता है कभी कभी. And then at last eyelid surgery temporarily done by the botulinum toxin. eyelid का सर्जरी मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट में eyelid के लिए botulinum toxin भी दिया जा सकता है, और but the definitive treatment will be neurolectomy or levator palpebral superialis muscle का रिजेक्शन, lunar muscle का रिजेक्शन और levator palpebral superialis का रिजेक्शन. So this is all for the Graves' disease.